Okay, I'm gonna start again. I tried to do a switch, start out with my face and then turn over to what I was doing, but it wouldn't let me switch the camera in the middle of videoing. So I'm going to do a little work with some acrylic paint today. This is kind of not heavy body, but thicker than regular craft paint. My friend Paula linked me a video on my Facebook page of painting some birds and mixing the colors as you painted. So I thought that was a cool video. So I wanted to try that today. I might need to get a different color because these two are kind of close. Two different kind of reds. All right, let's see. Go find see if I can find I'll just use a lighter yellow. It just won't be as thick. All right. So there you go. This is my palette of colors that I'm going to be using. Let me bring some light back over here. There you go. Let's see, hopefully that works. I'll put them on this side. And then I got different brushes because I don't want to mix some of the colors together. So you just start out by painting the bird. And you want to leave some of the paint to kind of get the texture going. And then a little bit on his head there. And then I should have brought a scrap piece of paper to paint on. Let's see. Let me find something. Yeah. Sometimes it's nice to clean the brush off just on a piece of paper. So that's what I do. And let's see, what do I want to do? I have kind of a yellow bird next to this one. And kind of get some layers going. And then it's kind of nice that there's some paint left on the brush because then they blend together a little bit. So. In the video, the person who painted it on the video, they did it on a canvas, but I just thought it'd be fun to just do it right here in my art journal. And let's see, what else do I want to do here? Okay. Clean that one off. I think I'll go to another brush for the blues, because I got blues in here too. Like that. Let's go in with this turquoise. The light blue on there. Bring some yellow into this guy. Kind of a yellow-green now because I got blue with it, right? So the whole idea is to kind of layer it. Let's see about adding some darker yellow to the head of this one. Another brush going. I didn't really get much to go with this red. yellow on this one. I got it wet, so now it's gonna. And then I want to put some yellow back on this because it's too green for me now. Turning orange because of the yellow and the red together. Okay. Let's see, do I want to put a little dark blue on this guy? That's cool. Let's bring a little more yellow into this guy. Yeah, and there's a little red on there too. That's good. This guy, he's gonna be the most colorful one, right? All right. So then, let's see, what else are we gonna do? Hi, Tracy. I'm painting colorful birds on a wire today using acrylics. Now I'm gonna bring some black in for the line. Use the stick to kind of do that so that so I just sketched the birds first, and then I just used different brushes and painted them. You can kind of go back to the beginning and see afterwards. And I want to bring in their, I don't want the, I'm going to get us another brush to put their beaks and stuff in. Let's see. I'm going to go with red black. So definitely trying to be more abstract here than anything. So not really trying to make a exact bird. And let's try to get just a dot for each eye. Little feet. Get his ink a little. Hi Sheila and Terry. I'm painting some birds. Doing abstracts of birds. All right. Okay. And let's see, do we want to put a little bit of white behind their eye? The key here is to use different brushes so you don't get your paints all mixed together. Because once you get the brushes wet, then the paint doesn't layer up as well. Okay. Give them a little bit of highlights. Okay. Well, am I gonna be satisfied? Mm-hmm. Okay. There. And then it would have a lot more texture if you had even heavier body paint, but this is giving it a nice enough texture. This some more yellow on his tail. This is the most colorful bird. I keep overpainting him, but it's all right. I think I want a little, yeah. There you go. Colorful birds. Maybe this guy needs a little yellow too, huh? Let's try some yellow on him. Yellowish green. I think they're turning into parrots now, or parakeets, instead of just little birds on a wire. Mm-hmm. The question always is when to stop, right? I'm gonna let these guys be. Of course, then I want to put a little bit more white on this eye right here. And he needs a little bit of a plumage up here. Yeah. Get some more texture on this guy. All right, now I gotta let him be. So we'll put these guys aside to dry, because otherwise I'll just keep painting and painting. All right, put them aside. And then I'll put them aside. I was gonna also make some other stuff. I'm going to take some scrapbook paper and make a little house. I saw this on YouTube, and the lady was making a little house out of papers, because we're all stuck in our house right now. So here's a really, I don't know, you guys can see this texture, but this is like a flocked piece of paper that will make a neat roof. So it was kind of like a little patchwork house. Let me get a piece of paper to. I know. Hang on. a piece of old book paper, and we'll use this as the base. This is really old paper, so it's really fragile, but that'll be good. And there's my glue stick. Just gonna glue that together. You can make this kind of almost like a little card that you could stick inside your journal. So let's see, what else do we want to do here? And she used like this is a really bright paper, but then she took it down with some inks, so I'm gonna try to do that too. I'll show you what I mean in a minute. Let's see what else we got here. And this is cool. All right, so those will be the 3 stripes of the house. Okay, so I'm just gonna glue these down and then trim them off. So it'll be a colorful little house. So I'm just gluing them on top of the book page. Right there. Like that. And then so those will be the 3 parts of the house. And now a pair of scissors. Scissors come in handy. So any kind of scrapbook paper that you have in the house would work for this process. And the point is that even if they don't go together, or if they're not the highest quality paper, you can still make a cool looking vintage little house by adding ink to it after we get down to it. Let me turn this over. So, and if you have a paper trimmer, you could make it a little straighter, but I kind of like the wonky edges, as they say. So let's see here. Let's cut that about there. And then let's actually kind of fold it in half to make the roof line similar. See if I did that right. Okay, I'm gonna make my roof a little shorter. So it's interesting to try to get the proportions without measuring, but so now I feel like I want to cut this down a little bit too. Okay, and then that'll be the roof. I'll put the glue on there. And then, let's see, what do we want our door to be made out of? Let's make our door out of this, all right? And if I think of it, I'll put her video, I'll link her video in to the comments later, so you guys can go see how she made her house too. So this was the little door. Yeah, let me get don't think I have it here. Oh, I do have a circle punch. Okay, we'll use this circle punch to make a window. Let's see, how about a bluish window? There's a little, I don't know, can you guys see this? There's a little peacock there, the face of a peacock. So I think I will, even though you won't see it in the window, I'll know that it's there, like it's peeking out the window. I should have punched that a little harder. Okay, there we go. Let's see if that's, yeah, that'll be a cute little house. Cute little window. All right, so then the other way that she made it look vintage is that she stamped on some, she actually stamped on some a piece of napkin, like the backing of a napkin, one of those printed napkins. And it's white, but I'm just using deli paper. I'm gonna print on the deli paper to make it look a little bit more vintage. Let me get a stamp, put some letters on it. So, sorry I keep walking away, but hopefully you can still hear me even if I go across the room. Just gonna put some of this on there. So that's just some little letters, some words, and some permanent ink. And just kind of rip that down. And that'll give it some interest right there. And so far it's still not looking that much vintage, but once we put the ink on, it's really gonna start looking older, distressed. Okay, I got to get a baby wipe because I'm getting a lot of glue on that house. Alright, put that about right there. Okay, let me find my baby wipes. Where'd they go? So, all week I've been on vacation, and I've been just leaving my art supplies out here and having fun. So, I hope you guys are having fun and finding ways to entertain yourself during this somewhat distressing time. Sometimes I feel distressed by it. Other times I don't, but doing art makes me calm down and not be so distressed about it. Another way to make it look vintagey also is to just put some old book page on there. Kind of like a little window. Okay, so we're almost to the part where we're gonna vintage it up here. Okay, so, and the way I'm gonna do that is get some, I have this distress ink. It's called Vintage Photo. Hi, Lynn. I'm making a little house out of scrapbook paper. So I'm just gonna now make it look older and distressed by using this brown ink on it. And basically you just go over the whole house. I don't know how much that's gonna show up. I'll put it closer in a minute so you can see how it makes it look older. And you can also go straight around the edges like this. What are you guys doing to pass the time while you're at home? You don't know what you're doing, Lynn? Yes, I am live. This is live. You can come back later and watch it, and it won't be, then it'll just be a recording. But right now I am here in person. And if you missed the beginning of the video, you can go back after I post it and watch it from the beginning. And I'm just leaving them, you know, in the feed. So I made a couple earlier this week. So there, that's kind of a cute little distressed house. And where the glue was, it's kind of wiping off, but there we go. Whoops, sorry. All right, let me. Then the other way to give it some more detail, kind of air dry it here a little bit. And if like some of the glue comes out, just go back and re-glue it. That's what I always say. Glue is for gluing. But I think that's pretty cool, huh? It makes it look distressed. And then it's a little wet right now, but I think if you took a Sharpie, you could go around the window. See how dry that is. I don't want to put, sometimes the ink gets clogged up if you put it on when it's wet. Mm. Go the other way. Let's get a little more. Since this door was kind of dark, it's hard to outline it. Put a little doorknob right there. You can kind of make a threshold. And then we can make this into a window. Another window. Yeah, there you go. And put a little line around the roof as well. And there we have our little house. And then if you wanted to put this in your journal, you could make it into a journaling card. Let's make this a little more distinct as well. Aha, good. Well, it's a door, yep. This is supposed to be a little house. And Terry, what are you doing? You're playing Amazing Grace? Yes, nice. Fun. I haven't got my ukulele out yet. I've been thinking about it, but I've been having more fun just making art things. So that's what I've been doing right now. And I'm going to put a little more ink right there. I'm at red to kind of distress it a little bit more. Make it a little darker. And, oh yeah, I was going to put some, a thing on the back here. Let's put some more book page on the back of it. This is a page from Little Women, and it says, how friendly such things make strangers feel, don't they? I think they're talking about, I don't know what they're talking about, but then it says, she talked away all the time the man clipped and diverted my mind nicely. So I was thinking about how doing art can divert our mind nicely, or being outdoors, or whatever it is that helps to keep your mind at peace. Okay. So, all right, so that's that. And then I'll get a piece of paper for journaling on it. And this is some paper that I coffee dyed this week. I just made some instant coffee and painted it on notebook paper, and then I let it air dry, and it makes very nice vintage distressed looking lined paper. And then you can again take a little bit of the distress ink just to blend it in with the background. And then I would use this in my art journal to just maybe write about my experience of what it's been like to be staying at home instead of on vacation. And you could always add a little bit more details to this. You could put some little dormers up there, but I really like it. You're funny, Lynn. Yes, our husbands probably do think we talk a lot. I'm sure I'm more of the talker at my household too. So that's it, guys. I made this little house, and I painted the birds. Let me show you the birds again that I painted earlier. Little birds on a wire. So that's all I have for today. This was on my yesterday. I've been making these little calendars of the day and what things I did. I didn't ride my bike, but I thought about it, but it kept raining. We installed a dishwasher. I did a Facebook Live yesterday, and I went over and had breakfast with my mom. So it's all good. Thanks, Lenny. Yes, this old house. We all are going to be in this old house for a while, I think. Well, it's fun to check in with you guys via Facebook Live. I won't promise when I'll be back, but I might be back tomorrow. We'll see. I might just take the weekend off. You all take care and stay healthy. And as they say, wash your hands. Bye. Love you guys.